Come with me on my journey to creating a food forest. So the reason why I want to do this is because I grew up pretty poor, and at a young age I would gather up all the neighborhood kids and we would go forage for berries all over the undeveloped wilderness of Seattle before all the housings popped up. And it was sometimes dangerous, but that was the only way we were able to get plums and blackberries growing up, and it was so fun but so dangerous with steep drop-offs in some areas, and if you know Seattle, you know that it's very cliffy. Now that I have a daughter, I want to give her all the glory of foraging and berry picking, but with more food options and without risking cliffy drop-offs. I don't want her risking blackberries next to cars zooming on I-5 like I did as a child, or getting stabbed by thorns and stung by nettle. I don't want her to experience any of all the dangers that I had risked for food while I was younger, and so because of that, I decided to buy everything that I can to grow for her. We recently moved into a new home, and although we're in the middle of the forest, I quickly realized it was pretty barren in terms of pollinator food. There were a lot of trees and bushes, but not enough nectar-rich flowers to sustain many pollinators, and without pollinators, we won't have a lot of the berries or fruits, and hand pollination would take me all month, or longer. So because I saw how barren it was, I started collecting nectar-rich fruits to create a pollinator paradise, along with enough plants for a berry garden that could feed us throughout the year. And as you saw, I have a ton of blueberries because my daughter's first sentence ever was her screaming, "I want blueberries!" at me when she was just 7 months old. I also have a bunch of various varieties of raspberries, black raspberries, yellow raspberries, orange raspberries, and blackberries, with almost all of the raspberries and blackberries as double cropping or ever-bearing varieties. And I've also had to restart a lot of my ever-bearing strawberries this year as well. It isn't shown, but I have over 75 figs started this year from cuttings as a trial for our climate, and I've even grafted and grabbed some loquat trees as well. And last I checked, I have over 35 varieties of blueberries and over 50 blueberry plants. I know everything is in pots right now, but I do plan on putting them in ground, and I do plan on making sure that everyone's happy in ground as well, and trying to plan all my space of where I want to put everything, as well as getting the fences up so that the deer don't eat everything. I'm also attempting to zone push some citrus here as well, and here's my loquat graft, doing very well. I grafted this about a month ago and it's still alive. I also started a gooseberry patch in front of my house, but I think I'm gonna move it because I'm not really happy with how everything looks right there, and also I have been battling sawflies out the wall. Here's a few of my strawberries that I got started this year, and they're in pots. The older ones are in big pots with everything else. It took about 2 U-Hauls to get everything over here. Also, I'm absolutely in love with these violas right now. They smell so good and are so very beautiful. I was wondering what was smelling so amazing at my front door, and I realized it was these. One of my favorite movies as a child was A Troll in Central Park, and these remind me of the happy pansies in that movie. And I'm trying to create a place that's somewhere you've never seen, that's absolutely green. Also, I got a stick up my butt one day, and I don't know why, but I decided to start collecting fuchsias, and I don't know where to put them. I saw Bumblebee making a nest in this box, and so I decided to protect them with this fuchsia and some of my loquat trees. And also, this rose is amazing. It smells so beautiful. Sometimes all I can think of is recreating that place from A Troll in Central Park. If you would have told me that I'd be collecting plants and trying to grow everything edible under the sun when I was a teen, I would tell you that you're crazy, and here's one of my best friends. I've realized that bumblebees are my absolute favorite insect of all times. They are so cute, and they do not bother you. And here's a massive peony that I've been growing for a couple months now, as well as this peony that cost me over $100. Some friends decided to visit us the other day, and I threw some apples at them because why not? They seem hungry, they look hungry, so I had an apple, and I decided to befriend some of my neighbors. They're really cute, but they do like to clear out everything, and that's why everything is sitting in my driveway right now and not everywhere all at once. I've hired someone to help clear the land for the berry patch and the garden, and here's the before, here's the after, and it's not quite there yet, but it's so expensive and I've just run out of money, and I'm doing all of this as a handicapped, unemployed single mom, and I hope to inspire others to start their gardening journey as well.